This is Twit.
Microsoft announced Windows Phone 8 General Distribution Release 3, that's GDR3 to the folks in the know. It supports 1080p displays, larger screen sizes, Qualcomm's 8794 processor, and improves accessibility features for the visually impaired. The update should come to users over the next several months. So if you don't want to wait, Microsoft also announced its Windows Phone Preview for Developers program. Anyone who signs up as a Windows Phone Store or App Studio developer account, or who has a developer unlocked phone, will be able to install the Windows Phone Preview for Developers app and bypass the carriers to get updates.
HTC's One Max is a bigger version of the original One's 1080p LCD panel and possibly your new favorite phablet. I really wanted to say that. At 5.9 inches. The One Max includes a fingerprint scanner on its rear side. The back cover is now removable, so you can expand the 16 gigabyte or 32 gigabyte of onboard storage to up to 64 via micro SD. It's got a Snapdragon 600 with 2 gigabytes of RAM for processing, runs HTC's Android Skin Sense 5.5, which runs on top of Android 4.3, and HTC says global availability will start rolling out this week.
Facebook acquired Israeli mobile data optimization startup Onavo, giving Facebook an office in Tel Aviv. Onavo's apps use VPN and data compression to help smartphone owners optimize mobile data usage and will continue as a standalone app even after the acquisition. Facebook will likely use it for Internet.org. That's their outreach program trying to develop internet access in the developing world, as well as probably going to mine it for all of that data that it has on how people use the internet.
The Wall Street Journal reports that Netflix is in talk with Comcast, Suddenlink Communications, and other service providers to offer its online video service as an app on their set-top boxes. Talks are in early stages, say people who are familiar with the matter. Last month, Netflix teamed up with UK's Virgin Media to allow it to integrate its streaming service into Virgin service through TiVo set-top boxes. And Netflix claims it's had a standing invitation to US cable operators to add Netflix for 2 years.
LG has already said it has bendable and unbreakable smartphone displays in production, and gadget sources confirm a 6-inch curved phone will come from LG. 3 renders of the rumored G Flex curved from top to bottom in a shape that Engadget calls orthogonal, but this announcer can only call a banana phone.
Ring, ring, ring.
According to a new survey by Consumer Intelligence Research Partners, or CIRP, of U.S. customers who purchased Apple's latest iPhones during the last days of September, the 5S accounted for 64% of total iPhone sales following its launch that month. Meanwhile, the 5C accounted for 27%, with the legacy iPhone 4S making up the remaining 9%. CIRP's data suggests Apple may have avoided cannibalization of its flagship phone, but that also those 5C numbers maybe aren't that exciting.
So I put them on flapjacks. So.
Yeah.
Canadians may soon get unbundled cable and satellite television. During CTV's show Question Period, Industry Minister James Moore said, "We want to unbundle television channels and allow Canadians to pick and pay the specific television channels that they want." Moore also said Canada's government is looking at preventing airline overbooking and curbing wireless roaming fees. And a pony.
Sonos has released a pony. No, it's released a $200 speaker, the Play One. It's about the size of a coffee can. I really had to think about what size coffee cans are these days, and is available either in white or black. The price not only allows Sonos to compete with cheaper Bluetooth-enabled speakers, but the company also says eventually apps will be able to build in Sonos integration natively, eliminating the need for a standalone Sonos app and allowing Sonos to work a lot more like Chromecast for music.
Jerry Ellsworth and Rick Johnson's Technical Illusions Company has launched a Kickstarter for their augmented reality glasses called CastR, AR, like augmented reality. The company began the project as a continuation of work they had begun while at Valve. CastR glasses project stereoscopic 3D images on an auto-reflective surface. A clip-on can then provide true augmented reality without the need for the reflective surface, or virtual reality similar to the Oculus Rift. It's not wireless, but that could be possible possible in the future. The glasses work with a Magic Wand input device and an RFID tracking grid that you can get depending on what level you back at. The Kickstarter hopes to raise $400,000 by November 14th.
Have a D-Link router? If so, a serious vulnerability has been discovered that could affect you. A writer from embedded device hacking website /dev/TTYS0 found a backdoor to the router along with full access to the router's web configuration interface. So anyone connected to the router through Ethernet or Wi-Fi can set their browser's user agent string to a specific code word and then try to access the web configuration panel. Now, only a certain selection of routers are known to be affected, all which use the DIR 100 firmware, but there's the possibility that firmware for other D-Link routers also include this backdoor code.